boys and girls. Welcome to Story Time with Mrs. McIsaac. I'm going to be reading a story to you, and as I'm reading it, I want you to do what good readers do, which is listen carefully and think about the story so that your comprehension is good. This is called It's Back to School We Go, and it's just separate stories about children and their first day of school around the world. So I'm just going to read a few of these to you, okay? When I'm done reading it, you're going to go to the blog section of Seesaw, and I'm going to be posting 2 responses for you to react to. So the first one is Jessica, a 9-year-old girl from Australia. Good day. My name is Jessica, and I live in Sydney, Australia with my mum and dad. It's the first day of the new term, and I'm in year 4. That means I'm old enough to join the debating team and sing in the choir. After breakfast, I put on my school uniform, including a hat for the sun. Then I walked to school. Our class lined up in the yard. My new teacher, Mr. Elton, had us sit outside and make up some classroom rules. Brianna said she thought chewing gum shouldn't be allowed in the classroom, just as I blew a big bubble. The teacher read us a funny story about cow dung custard by a famous Australian writer. Then we worked in the school bushland doing some serious weed busting. I especially loved the blue flax lilies and the Mickey Mouse plants that grow here. I bought a popper at the canteen for snack. In the afternoon, we were assigned computer key pals in Germany. I emailed my key pal and told her about kookaburras, koalas, and other Australian animals. Some people call Australia the lucky country. I know I'm lucky to live here. Now here are some facts about children in Australia. The school term begins at the end of January and ends in mid-December. School hours are from 9 to 3. Many Australian children wear uniforms, including hats to protect them from the sun's strong rays. Lunch might include a meat pie or a sandwich and a fruit drink in a box, called a popper. For dinner, Australians like fast foods, steaks, and salads. Some people eat kangaroo tail soup or smoked crocodile. Children play t-ball, rugby, soccer, and cricket, a game played with a bat and ball. The Australian wilderness, called the bush or bushland, is home to kookaburras, kangaroos, koalas, duck-billed platypuses, and other unusual animals. So let's read about Misaki, a 6-year-old girl from Japan. Konnichiwa. I am Misaki from Japan, and today was my first day of school. I was both afraid and excited as I walked to school with my friends, Naoki and Reina. I wondered if my classmates would like me and if the homework would be too hard. We first graders will learn Japanese, arithmetic, social studies, sewing, music, and art. At school, the principal greeted everyone and gave a speech about safety. He reminded us to come early tomorrow to help weed the schoolyard and scrub the floors. Before going into my classroom, I took off my shoes and put on a pair of slippers. Everyone bowed to the teacher, Miss Tanaka. She showed us how to make an origami bird by folding paper. Then she let me feed the poisonous snake that lives in a tank in our classroom. At noon, 2 children served us rice with seaweed sauce and quail eggs. They had prepared it themselves in the cafeteria. I will have a turn to help with lunch on Friday. I played dodgeball at recess. Then our class had a tug of war with another class. School wasn't scary at all. I think I will like it. So children in Japan, some facts about their school. The Japanese children's school year begins in April. Children attend classes 5 days a week and 2 Saturday mornings each month. Once a week, children come early to shovel snow, weed the grass, or dust and sweep the floors. Each child carries a backpack that contains pencil cases, notebooks, and other items. Boys usually carry black bags, and girls carry red ones. The children study Japanese characters or word pictures called kanji. Children learn to write more than 1,000 kanji while they are in primary school. Japanese children play on jungle gyms and swings, just like you do. They play tag, soccer, and dodgeball. Kendo, or fencing, is another favorite Japanese sport. Children also read, draw, and fold paper to make origami animals. Do you out in all these different places, there are things that are very similar to what you do in school, and there are things that are different. It's very interesting. So we're going to move on to Nadia, a 7-year-old girl from Russia. Privyet! Greetings from Moscow, Russia. I've actually been there, boys and girls. I'll tell you about that another time. Today was the first day of school, a time of fun and excitement in my country. For breakfast, I ate a bowl of buckwheat porridge. Then I put on my white pinafore. Mama tied a ribbon in my hair and gave me a bouquet of flowers for my new teacher. I was proud. A band played music as the children, including my brother Victor and I, gathered at the school gate under a banner. Our teachers welcomed us and showed us our classrooms. Then school was over and the fun began. Our family took the metro to a park. The metro is the train system. We saw the Russian space shuttle and rode on the Ferris wheel. We ate blinis, and I watched a show with puppets that looked like huge dolls. Everything was free in honor of the Day of Knowledge. When we got home, Papa and Victor played chess. Mama made borscht, and I listened to a CD. Tomorrow at school, the hard work will begin. Victor talks of piles of homework taller than a mountain. Papa says he is teasing, that I will learn to read and write, but first, I must learn the alphabet. So facts about children in Russia. The school year begins on September 1st and ends in May. On the first day of school, called the Day of Knowledge, children bring flowers to their teachers and enjoy special events and entertainment. Students study nature, mathematics, Russian, English, and a local history in elementary school. Children attend classes 6 days a week and have several hours of homework each night. Many Russian foods, such as borscht or beet soup and blinis, thin pancakes filled with salmon or meat, are famous throughout the world. Russian children like to play chess and listen to CDs. Russians use the Cyrillic alphabet. It has 33 letters and is very different from the English alphabet. So the next one is Casey, a 9-year-old boy from California, and it's children in the United States. But I'm actually not going to read that because that's going to be part of your response to this. So now that I've finished reading about a few of these children and how they start school around the world, you're going to go to the blog section of Seesaw, and I am going to post 2 things up there that I'd like you to respond to. The first one I'm going to ask you is, this book was written before distance learning in elementary schools, so our year looks very different, and I'm sure their years are looking very different now. So the first question that I want you to respond to is, what is the best part about distance learning? And when you respond, I don't just want you to write 1 or 2 words. I'd like you to respond as if you were talking to me. I'm sure you would not answer me with just 1 or 2 words. You'd respond in multi-sentences. So I would like you to do that. And the second part of that one is, what's the biggest challenge of distance learning? So I'd like you to respond to that. If you respond, you earn a point for your house. If you respond really, really thoughtfully, and I could tell you went back and checked for grammar and punctuation and capitals, you'll earn an extra point for your house. And then the second thing I want you to do is I want you to think about how we would normally start our day here in the United States. And I'd like you to kind of compare and contrast to a few of the children that we just read about. So you might say, in Russia, I remembered they like to play chess. We don't really do that here. We do dodgeball, we play on the gym, we do basketball, but that would be one difference. Or you might say, I remember in Japan they take backpacks, and we take backpacks too to school. So just do a few of those for me, and that would be great. So thank you for listening, and I will see you the next time.